here.
Hey, everybody. Sorry we're a little late here. I was telling Nick about some interesting ideas. Oh, I've got one of my streams.
Hey, everybody. Sorry we're a little late
He
here.
told me about like an interesting idea I had, and then he had.
Yeah,
and
I
then we
told
had to,
you
like,
about an
start the-
idea you had, Nick.
Every morning, Lincoln refreshes my memories.
It's like 51st dates.
Oh fuck, it is. Yeah, he's like, yesterday you said this really funny thing. You wouldn't fucking remember it, bitch. He says that in the movie.
I had this funny idea. I don't want to divulge any details just yet because I might do it, and I want to keep it a secret.
Well, the thing I was gonna say about it was that he had this idea and told me about it, and then I had like a few seconds to react to it before we went live, and now I'm like thinking about it.
So now you're just turning it all over in your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I'll tell you more about it after stream.
Sounds good.
So we're clown worlding tonight.
We're clowning around.
We're clowning around.
Time.
So I'm gonna try the method of just roll types, and if it lands on the same type twice, it's just that type.
To be entirely transparent, that's how it's programmed in the game anyway.
Well, shit.
Because I actually just took that right out of Gen 1 Pokemon's book. In Gen 1 Pokemon, if you have a pure grass type Pokemon, it just has grass for both types, and the game knows to only display one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
you know what?
Little thing.
That does make sense. There are a lot of weird shortcuts you can do, so that way you don't have to like have a variable that's like just one type. It's like
the one thing with it though is it does mess with how I was going to program things because the type charts are like multipliers. So like if something resists something, it's a 0.5. You still have to code in a special case, otherwise it'll multiply the 2.5s together.
Right, but
it would be grass.
At least you don't have to make up a whole like variable that's like how many types does it have. It's just all kept within variables that would already exist anyway.
Right, yeah, it's really handy.
All right, so let's spin this wheel. So our first type.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, our first type we got here. That's right, you can't see the wheel.
No, I can. I can see it just laid.
Right. So we got edgy and natural. That's To me that sounds like it cuts itself.
I was gonna say it sounds like it has big.
I'm not sure I want to draw self-cutting clown for as much degenerate shit as I draw.
Self-harm clown.
Self-harm clown. Oh no. I'll figure.
Generally very sad and hurts himself.
Maybe it would just be slightly less edgy. Like it's edgy for like a normie.
We have like a try-hard clown.
Something like that. Well, let's see the rest of it. That might
yeah, that might help.
Direct our decision making here. It's way over designed. Okay, I'm starting to think like
Okay, if it is self-harm clown, maybe he just has like a bunch of like Dr. Octopus arms on his back, each holding a different weapon that he hurts himself with.
I was gonna say I was gonna say like goth poser or something. That would be the most over designed.
All the piercings,
like all the extra shit, but they're like not actually like they just like fucking got all that shit on just to make it look like they're goth. Like they're overcompensating for it. That's the word I'm looking for. All right, but
we have a nice big butt.
It has a terrible move list. Well, that about makes sense.
Okay, so that would probably throw the self-harm one right out the window because he would have all those weapons to use if he couldn't have like a good.
Right.
He would have to have a good move with that.
Right.
Should I have a move
maybe
in Clown World where one of, like the clown literally just shoots one of the other ones?
Should it just be guy from Drive Clown?
Wait, what's Drive? I'm blanking.
Oh, you never saw Drive?
I might have. What was it?
That's the one with Ryan Gosling where he's a getaway driver for criminals for hire.
Okay, I know of this. I haven't seen it.
The meme about it is like a bunch of autists on the internet would they'd be like if there was a guy they wanted to imitate, it'd be Ryan Gosling from Drive. Because the whole movie he pretty much almost says nothing. He's just quiet all the time. Shit, I don't know how much this looks like Ryan Gosling from Drive right now. I just always
fucking circle, man.
I just always start with a circle. Okay, hold on.
Draws fucking actual circle on paper. Ah, jeez, it just doesn't look Ryan Gosling enough.
Well, because like it's not like Ryan Gosling. If you're going for like a real ass guy, it's not like they have a
Yeah, it's
fucking.
not gonna have the right like head shape.
Okay, I'm gonna try and describe them to you so you know what I'm going for here. But they have like the kind of iconic part of their character designs. They just got this this like white leather jacket with a scorpion on the back.
Oh god, I can see why people would gravitate to that immediately.
I mean, it's a good movie.
No, but I just mean that like design. Like I could see like people on the internet eating that up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That just becomes their whole personality. Is that his sunglasses?
Yeah.
It should be that he never faces you.
Yeah.
Like he's facing away.
Yeah. He's always facing away from you.
The fun thing with like being a Pokemon parody is that like anything I can think of, Pokemon's already done it. Because that's Mawile. There's a Pokemon called Mawile that doesn't face you. It like hits you with the back of its head. Because it has like a giant gaping Venus flytrap mouth on the back of its head.
Oh, I know. Okay, I remember that one.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun Pokemon. I enjoy that one. It's one of the like, I'm not super big on Gen 3's Pokemon. I think there's some pretty good ones in there, and that's one that I really like. Is just fucking Mawile. I think that's Gen 3. That's got to be Gen 3. Hold on. Now I'm looking it up.
Now, what are Gen 3 clowns gonna look like?
Let's get through Gen 1, man.
Right, I'm trying to remember exactly what the jacket looked like.
That's where Gen 3 of clowns. If I were to actually get to that point, it would just be so bizarre at that point. Like because they're currently based off kind of like concepts or ideas. Like I can't imagine what it would get to at that point. I would just start turning them into animals or something.
Let's see. You know, the thing is, though, it's not the most over-designed character design, though.
We could certainly add a lot to it, though. Like
That's
this could
true.
be the basis for it, and we could just keep adding weird shit to it. Like give him a devil tail poking out of there.
No, I'm not even gonna do that. Hold on. What I'm gonna do is
big bulging
is because he's a driver, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it. Let's put more down there. I'm gonna make.
Is he the car?
He's just holding the wheel in his hands all the time.
Okay, that's one good piece. You should you should make him like a wait. Can he be like a transformer where he has all the car pieces on him and he just morphs into a car? Like he's got like wheels on like his upper arms or something.
And then we could just call him Drive Clown.
Drive Clown.
Yeah.
He's just fucking got the wheels.
He's like a transformer. I can picture someone on 4chan just being like, what if Ryan Gosling from Drive was a transformer that transformed into his car?
That's the sequel. Okay.
Drive Harder.
Can you make like Drive Harder? Can you make his sunglasses shooting out like headlight beams?
Something like that. Hold on. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna make them
light up eyes.
I'm gonna make them like aviators.
Yeah, that works, and it's just coming out through the little slits.
Alright, I don't know how I'm gonna. It's the best I can do for like. Unless I do
make like just do like 2 straight lines coming out to represent like the sort of ray it's casting out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta give him like some kind of goofy, over the top, like Yu-Gi-Oh looking hairstyle too. Because I think that'd be a good way to over design him. He's got a spike so big it gets in the way of the beam.
Yeah. He's just got cloud hair. Oh shit. I don't actually remember what Cloud's fucking hair looks like.
Oh, Cloud. I thought you said clown hair.
Well, no, if I did clown hair, I'd just make it an afro.
It was. I thought you were calling it clown hair because it just doesn't make any like logistical sense how it even does what it does.
I just make it a fucking mohawk here. I'm just combining a whole bunch of shit here. This is so far away from Ryan Gosling from Drive now.
That's the epitome of like over-designed though, so it's perfectly
I know.
fine.
All right, hold on.
In fact, I encourage it.
So over-designed. It's got. Oh man! All right, I'm gonna try to draw a scorpion.
Oh god.
Does it have to be a scorpion though? Maybe it could be.
Put a little. Yeah, it could be something else in that vein.
Like, it's just going for the idea, just because the driver from Drive had a fucking Scorpio, so it could be something goofy.
Can it just be a picture of a car?
I was gonna put a seal because of like circuses, but that's funnier.
Like he's just so into cars.
He just really likes cars.
Has a picture of a car on his back.
So he's just Drive clown. Everything he does is just driving.
He could be the driven clown, because one, he's motivated, and two, he's a car, so he's literally driven by other people or clowns. It's such like a child-looking car too. Like it comes off a Fisher Price thing.
I have never bothered to learn how to draw cars.
I've done it like once or twice. I had to draw. I'll tease this much. I had to draw an automobile for one of the clowns.
Yeah, you did a really good job on that one.
I had to rework that several times because I did it once and the perspective was completely wrong. Look forward to that one, anyone who's watching. I'm thinking I'm gonna reveal that one in the next Professor Joke post.
All right, so I'm gonna actually define a hard line for his head here. So it gets across that this is like a mohawk, so it's not like.
Yeah, let's say do like cross hatching or something on the side to give that impression that it's like shaved.
Right. Probably do it better with like stippling, but that's a real pain in the ass in digital drawing.
For like I was thinking the same thing, but for a sketch, it's kind of a lot of effort.
Yeah.
We don't want to spend all of our time on this one brilliant clown.
I think this does it well enough.
I think one of the funniest things, like, you mentioned, like, what would third-gen clowns look like? I think the funniest thing that could happen would be, like, the typing system just gets completely overcomplicated. Like, I start throwing in really ridiculous bullshit types, like car.
like it's just so many fucking types that they're, like, contradicting with each other.
It's so many types that, like, some of them seem to overlap, which is already a problem with, like, the 16 that I have, or 15 that I have.
Yeah.
And like there's just a bunch of redundant ones. There's ones that exist for like one or two clowns, like bullshit that.
Have you looked at
also abilities?
I never thought about it when I played Yu-Gi-Oh. Have you actually looked at like Yu-Gi-Oh typings?
Yeah, I actually, because there were some decks that are based around like having a dark type monster, or then also like how they have the species kind of where it says like a warrior monster.
The base 4 element ones make sense, and there's certain like main monster ones make sense, but then it's like it gets into weird areas where there's like like an elemental type.
Light and dark.
One of the elemental types is like aqua, right? I think they refer to it as just aqua, but then there's
I thought it was water. But yeah.
Well, because here's the thing though, there's another one that's just a monster type. It's not one of the ones in the corner that's just called water.
I think those are species, but I'm not sure. But yeah, they have ones that are just water there as well.
But so there's like a double water.
Yeah, no, in fact, I don't even think it's aqua. I'm pretty sure it's called water, and they just have two things called water.
Are they? No,
like they just reuse it.
I'm insisting it's aqua because my brain can't handle that they just named both of them water.
Hold on, let me look up Yu-Gi-Oh monster types.
Have you ever heard of them?
I'm pretty sure they added other ones as well. I know there's light and dark. I could have sworn time was one, but that could have been like, because I would somehow come across all these like knockoff cards. I think, you know what it was? One time I dropped, it was like actual anime moment. Me and a guy I was like dueling with dropped all of our cards, and we got them all mixed up, and he had somehow gotten a bunch of like Chinese knockoff cards, and then they ended up in my deck.
Oh, you didn't give him his Chinese knockoff cards?
Well, I didn't realize till like years later. I was just like, oh, I don't remember getting this one, because I would just get card packs and throw them all together.
That might not be a Chinese knockoff. I remember back in the day when I'd buy some card packs from a local, God, it was weird to say what kind of store it was really, but they had Yu-Gi-Oh cards there, and I bought, I fucking bought Well, I bought Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Sorry, I'm brain dying here. Um, but I bought Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and they came with like. At the time, I thought they were like Chinese, but I was like a kid, so I didn't know the difference between like Mandarin and Japanese.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, so mine it was written in English, but things were like spelled wrong, and it was like
ah,
the thing that's supposed to be a little shiny thing in the bottom corner would be just like a black square.
oh,
And I don't know if those were like official things that they did as like a
that might be a knockoff thing, because that probably is what that
yeah
is.
yeah because they couldn't replicate like the hologram.
Right, right.
But then there were some knockoffs that were hologram. Like they still had the black square, but they also had like they were able to make it a hologram card, and they had like some cool pinwheel effects on it. But I think it's that they couldn't specifically replicate
Well,
the hologram they have in the corner with the little Pegasus eye.
well, right. There might be something really specific about how that works.
Excuse me, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I looked it up. It's not type and species. It turns out the thing in the bottom is type. The thing in the top right is the attribute.
Oh, okay.
And now let me check something here because they list out all the types. Okay, you know what it is? You had it backwards. The type, which is like the where it's like beast, dinosaur. I'm seeing here, dragon, fairy, all those.
It's aqua.
One of those is aqua, and there is an attribute called water.
Gotcha.
So they are distinct things, but it's still a little odd. Also, we had almost all the types. We said the 4 elements like earth, fire, water, wind.
Right.
And then light and dark. There's also divine on top of that, which
What makes that different from light?
Exactly, I would think that would overlap with light a lot.
Well, because like the point of having like a whole light type is that it's the divine.
It's like the holy stuff.
Yeah, it's the divine holy one.
Because otherwise it'd just be fire.
You know what? It's got to be based on like some Asian mysticism kind of idea of divine.
Maybe. I mean, each of the types does have like some kind of Japanese character associated with it.
Because I remember thinking back on a video I watched where I learned a lot of these typings, and in the divine one, if I'm thinking correctly, it was a lot of like sort of Shinto Buddhist looking sort of characters.
Oh, this is bizarre. The images for the different attributes
divine probably
wiki.
Divine probably also doesn't denote like a kind of goodness sort per se, right?
Maybe. I'm not entirely. Yeah, it could just be like a god. It could be an ambivalent god.
Right.
The thing I noticed, which is interesting, is the icons for these attributes.
Yeah.
They have them on the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki as .svgs, like a vector image. I don't know where they got them from, but it is like the actual element icon you see on the card.
Oh, crazy! Because that would mean that's probably the vector image used in printing.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know where the hell they got that from, but that's super cool. Or if it's like a really good recreation of it. But I don't know how they would have been able to see it in enough detail to recreate it like this, because it's like perfect when you lower the resolution.
That is crazy.
So
I learned something about wrinkles today. They look bad if you only put a few in, but if you put a whole bunch in, they look good.
Is that the case?
I don't know. It's working for me here.
I kind of thought the arm was like a little much wrinkly, but I thought you had a reason you were going for it.
Well, because I was looking at Ryan Gosling from Drive, and I was looking at his sleeve, and it wrinkled all the way up. So
his sleeves, they wrinkle all the way up.
I don't know. I like it. It's
like fine.
If I could,
it's not a bad
if I could clean it up some more, I could make it look better. But I'm starting to see more going on here than if it were just like a couple.
If only we could clean up these streets. They are filthy. Grabs mop.
Grabs guns. Oh no.
You say grab guns.
Grabs guns, reenacts Taxi Driver.
Shaves hair into mohawk. Oopsies, where did this come from?
Whoops. You gotta watch Taxi Driver
I'm looking
again.
Through. I need to know what monsters are creator god type. Is there like one?
Have I ever mentioned on any of these streams how much I hate Yu-Gi-Oh?
I despise what it's become. I had fun with it as a kid, and then I tried to get back into it, and it's all just a bunch of like
Not its
power crept bullshit. Like everything's gotten way too powerful, and you can't use the old cards anymore.
well, not only that, it's too fucking convoluted. I can't fucking play with whatever the meta decks are. Like the fucking God, last time I played, and this was years ago, it was this fucking what were they? UAs? The fucking
Oh, the UA decks, yeah,
the,
where they have like a paragraph of text on the fucking card.
in the fucking yeah, it's like, am I playing a fucking card game? Like, at some point, it's like, this is too much, and the only person who enjoys playing this kind of card is a cocksucker.
Well, yeah, because it's like, you know what? If you get to the point where there's like a paragraph of text on the card, you can do whatever you want, because I'm not gonna bother reading all that shit. You can just say it does whatever.
You could literally just tell me.
I'll probably believe
you could literally just look me in the eyes and say it says I won the game, and I'd believe you.
I mean, they already have Exodia. Like, there is a card that already wins you the game. I mean, it's a group of cards. You know, that was another knockoff card I had. It was a fake Exodia where it was all in one card.
I think everyone had.
So you literally just play it and you win the game.
I think everyone had like that fake knockoff Chinese Exodia.
Where did they come from? Were they actually, like, were these official things in the past?
They must have been manufacturing mistakes. You know, someone slipped and they dropped a card that was supposed to go to a different location or something, or that maybe it was like an early print in Japan or something, and it wound up in just an Anakin decks.
My thought was like it's some kind of promotional thing they do where they put fake cards in there. Like not that it was like a, because these are clearly like, if they were officially made, they were like meant to be a knockoff, because they would have ridiculous effects. They would have like mechanics that aren't in the game.
Well, I didn't know what the effects were because it was all in Japanese or Chinese or something.
Oh no! Remember the ones I had were in English. It was just broken.
Oh
English.
right.
Like,
well,
they literally
not the ones
translated it for word.
No, again, I'm getting mixed up with what you're talking about and what I was referring to. With
Got it. Yeah.
With mine, where it seemed like it was just a legit packaging mistake, but I did have like a Chinese knockoff Exodia that was like the text was in Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese. Someone's gonna tear me open on the internet for that one.
They haven't seen your card. They don't know which one you're talking about. It could very well be Chinese.
No, they're gonna tear me open over that. It's not Chinese. It's Mandarin.
Are they denying your lived experiences?
They are.
Maybe you saw Mandarin, but I saw Chinese. Also, isn't it typically referred to as like Mandarin Chinese?
Yeah, well, because the reason it's referred to as that is because there are a lot of languages throughout China.
Right.
It's that Mandarin was the language that I think Mao Zedong enforced on the rest of China to get them all speaking the same.
Well, that makes sense, because if you rearrange the letters in Mao Zedong, you get Mandarin.
No, you fucking don't.
Did you even try it?
No.
Get a piece of paper right now.
No.
Go on,
no.
get a piece of paper. You have to drop the Z. Of course you have to drop the Z.
There's no R in Mao Zedong.
The Z. You're forgetting his middle name. Yeah, you forgot his middle name. That's the problem.
Mao Train Lover Zedong?
No, it's Mao.
Let me get this backwards, actually fucking visible.
It's Mao Mandarin Zedong. You just have to drop a few letters out.
Alright, he's got the wheel there.
This is unironically kind of a fun, cool design. Like, as silly as it is, it's cool looking.
What else? What else can I give him from? So he's got the headlights coming out of his glasses.
He needs an exhaust pipe. That could be like he has a little slit in his jacket and it's poking out like a tail and there's just smoke coming out.
Literally what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. He takes big smoky shit.
Big Amber Heard shits. God, you know, no matter what happens with this trial, she's never escaping Amber Turd.
I know. It's too perfect. Her last name rhymes with turd, and she shit on his bed.
I've got.
You can't get rid of that. You can't escape
easily. I've got some advice for for the women in the
Ladies,
for the
little
late
piece of dating
for
advice.
yeah, a little piece of dating advice, ladies. Don't shit in the bed. I know that's a very
Much less intentionally shit in the bed.
I know that's a very controversial take. I know a lot of people will call me sexist for suggesting that women shouldn't shit in the bed, but I just don't think it's right.
Little piece of dating advice for all the men out there: do shit in the bed.
God, no,
Oddly enough, the women love the shit.
nobody's shit in the fucking bed.
They'll never tell you, but they love when you shit in the bed. Oh, are you just having it that he has like kind of two coattails that split off there?
Yeah, it's like a fucking split in the jacket just so his exhaust pipe can come out.
This makes it look even goofier, but I like it.
Well, it has to be over designed.
Yeah. If I were making this character and trying to make it look a little like more serious and not a clown, I would maybe have them like coming out behind his neck or something.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Like it would make a cool like collar thing.
Right.
But then you couldn't have this cool shot where it's fucking behind him like this. And plus, an exhaust pipe is essentially the car farting out big poops, so like, kind of makes sense that he has it coming out of his ass. This is actually just his fucking prolapse.
Oh god.
You right, Grace? She dropped a cube.
Oh, Brittany?
Brittany? The audience doesn't know this one.
Nobody needs to know the joke, Nick. I just need to say it to a live studio audience.
Studio. The studio of my fucking apartment.
Of in my fucking house.
Of in my house.
I gotta say,
About how to eat the food.
I gotta say, switching to just 2 streams a week does make it feel like I take a lot more time. Like it makes the time between streams feel a lot longer.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know what surprisingly felt long for me? You know, every weekend I have 2 days off of work. I took a day off yesterday on a Wednesday, and that felt longer than an entire 2-day weekend, and I got way more done.
Well, I got this idea I was thinking about. I think it would be very productive just in like businesses and stuff if they implemented like a 4-day a week, maybe longer schedule, but I'm not even sure if that's even necessary, but like 4 days a week off on Wednesday kind of thing. I think people would be a lot more happy to come back to work if it's more paced out like that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I've thought of that before as like an idea because it would kind of break up the week interestingly. The one downside I guess I could think of is maybe like you have that day off in the middle, you might dump out the information and then come back Thursday and it's like a second Monday. Because I did kind of have that where like I came back and I was like, oh god.
In my experience, in times where I've wound up staying home in the middle of the week, I come back Thursday and it's like I only got to come back for 2 days. Like it makes it.
Yeah,
it makes it feel like
into a smaller week.
It really makes it feel like you're only really working 2 days a week, even though throughout the week you're actually working 4. But like that break in the middle.
Yeah. Well, and I will say I had a schedule like that in college, and it might just be that I'm not used to doing it right now. That I just did it for one day, maybe more consistently, I'd see different results. Like if I had Wednesdays off constantly, it would probably be a different thing than just doing it once,
right?
And having to adjust to it in the middle of a week.
I think it would be nice for someone to try experimenting with it.
Yeah, sure.
See what the results of it are. I know that's
I think one of the biggest issues with experimenting with
is that you're asking people to do it with their business. Not everyone's a Henry Ford who's willing to take risks like that.
Well, I was gonna say it's not just that; it's that businesses often don't exist in a vacuum. They interface with other businesses a lot.
Right.
So if one business is doing that and they're out on Wednesday, they're missing out on hours where they could be collaborating with other businesses.
And again, this is a model that I've only thought about it, and it would only really fit snugly in with like a 9-to-5 job type. So this doesn't exactly work for like types of businesses that need to be open. It's difficult to say.
I mean, it's not undoable either. Like different businesses do experiment with and do different hours. I mean, Grace was working at a place for a while where she was Monday to Thursday and then Tuesday to Friday, and it would alternate every other week. So it's not like unheard of places to mess with the schedule, and I'd be interested to see one that's doing the Wednesdays off thing.
It would be interesting to see. I'd just like to, I don't know, I'd at least like to see if it could work.
What if some place tries it and they start all the employees start sprouting little hairs in their fingers?
Like in the good old days.
My grandpappy had hairs coming out of his nail beds.
I wonder if a lot of places would just be. Well, I mean, the first and obvious thing they'd say is that they're losing Wednesday hours then. But I also wonder if like a lot of places would be averse to that just because like if you give people enough time to think about how much they hate their job, like if you don't have them working all fucking week and getting them tired like that, they start to think, I could just be doing something else with my time.
Well, see, I don't know, because, like, the thing with that is, I feel like they might be thinking less about how much they hate their job.
Well, you know what?
On Wednesday.
That is all.
Because, like, if you're spending 5 days in a row there, you're constantly exposed to the job and thinking about how much you hate it.
I know I threw this out on Twitter, but now I'm thinking about my job. I tell you, I never told you about fucking someone was beating off the stalls at work.
Oh yeah, I just put like a joke reply on that and moved on. I didn't actually think too far about it beyond that initial interaction.
I went to the stalls at work and and I'm using it to like look at my phone and shit because that's what they're there for. If you take a shit in the stalls at work, you're a fucking degenerate.
I did once.
You monster. I
was there and I couldn't fucking wait. I was like, oh god.
No, but I really do get mad at like how many guys at that job have to shit at work every day.
Yeah, it kind of confuses me, like having a routine where you shit at work. Like that like, just doesn't seem right to me.
I shat at work in an emergency.
Yeah, that was the same thing with me. So you fucking did it too, you bastard.
No, I was being a fucker, but
you fuck.
But like, come on, guys, I need the stalls to change the music on my phone.
Yeah, without getting too much detail, that place is fucking ridiculous. They see you with your phone out, they'll be like, hey, you might want to get back to work.
If anyone fucking heard me say that, they'd be like, you're so entitled, Lincoln.
You know what though? I mean, like everyone does it.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's doing that there. If they're listening to music and they go to the bathroom, they've got the headphones on. They're not gonna. Well, and it makes sense too. They're not gonna leave their phone on their fucking desk and risk someone coming over and fucking with it.
Right.
So of course you're gonna take it in there with you. And if you've got it in there with you and you're in a stall, no one can see you change your music. Why wouldn't you?
You ever hear about the places that are like you're only allowed to take like a 10-minute shit on their like bathroom doors? They have a sign on them that say that.
Ah, fuck no, dude. If it's like a real like I gotta get right back to what I'm doing, I'll take like a quick shit. But I can't imagine like constantly having to take 10-minute shits because I'm just not good at it. I have to like wait for a bit because it's not. It doesn't all happen right away. I'll say that. Without getting too much into my personal poop story.
I saw a sign for one fucking place that was like, if you're in the bathroom for more than 10 minutes, a quote unquote stink check will be administered.
A stink check.
Which, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's at like a really weird level of like micromanaging.
Like, you better have been pooping? Is that what?
Yeah, literally, you better be shitting in there.
Can you imagine your boss coming to like the stall and fucking like, you better be shitting in there? Because that's essentially what they're doing, just without saying it.
I had an idea for a bit for a movie today. I'm not sure I could say it on stream, but I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, that's real entertaining for the audience.
I know to stink check. Yes, Slim.
Stink check. Smelling it.
If my work ever it's like openly just implemented, like we're gonna be performing a stink check, I'm quitting. All right, you know what? I've been going way.
Smell extra like shit.
I've been going like real far with the details here. I think this guy's good.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
So this is. I'm just gonna call him Drive Clown. You said you like Driver Clown or Driven Clown.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine. I'm sorry. I like Slim Wiz's just stink check.
Yeah, big
like deep sniff.
Deep sniff sound effect. All right,
Yeah.
let's move on to a new clown. I think I know it's a high quality clown and all, but we're here for quantity.
By the way, Brittany's here, and by Brittany I mean Grace. I think it's funnier if we just don't explain that joke.
Yeah, let's just leave that to the imagination.
Um, but so Grace already knows this. Oh wait, I'll tell you after the spin. You should be focused on the spin.
Yeah, so our first type is spicy, and our second type is ooh, fire and ice.
Spicy cool. I like that.
That is neat. All right. What was the butt on the last? It's a terrible move. Yeah, sure, that's fine. That's an existential nightmare. That's okay. I've got an idea. I've actually got an idea for that.
Okay. Wait. What was the full list of things? It was spicy cool.
Oh
no, you didn't get through it yet.
Okay. That's an existential nightmare, but
okay.
I was looking at the old one because I wanted to see what Driven Clown's last thing was. It has a terrible move list again. Nah, we're respinning that.
Yeah, respin.
It's communist.
This is a perfect time for someone to join in.
Hello. Oh my God, it's Zeit Guy.
It is, indeed it is, the Zeit man himself.
How you doing, man?
Oh,
we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you if you're talking. Take your microphone and dunk it in the toilet real quick, see if it fixes it.
If you're typing anything in the Discord right now, there he is.
Oh,
there
he lives.
I figured it out.
I forget. We've said your name on the stream before, right? Like, can I say your first name?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that.
I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've called him Kurt on here, but I wasn't certain.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with that. I mean, that's it's the name I've been using most of my life.
All right, and his last name.
And
his social security number.
His last name is Bartholomew.
His middle name is Stink.
His middle
name is Stink Check.
His middle name is Stink.
My full name is Christian Weston Chandler.
my middle name is Bill Cosby.
What if there was a hybrid of Bill Cosby and Christian Weston Chandler?
Like we put them in like a DNA fusing machine and popped out.
Yeah, he would like roofie his mom with like some Jello pudding.
Oh no!
It'll be Bill Crispy.
That'd be like the perfect hybrid. Oh my god.
Dude, that would be so good. I want to see, because he would have to, Bill Cosby created Fat Albert. Chris Chan created Sonichu. He'd have to create like Fat Albachu or some shit.
Oh, Fat Albachu.
That would be fucking amazing. If there's anyone in the audience with artistic talent that wants to draw Fat Albachu, I will love it forever, and I will retweet it, and I will follow you on Twitter.
Oh my god. Oh.
Fat Albachu.
Fat Albachu. Oh my god.
Wait, Lakin, we never actually established what concept are you going with for this clown?
Okay, so he's ice cream, and he's on fire.
Okay, and how are we fitting communism into that?
I'll figure it out.
I mean, I can think of a link because he's food and communists don't get food, but I don't know exactly. Like, he has to eat himself, maybe?
What if instead of a hammer and a sickle, he had, like, a spoon and a sickle? Or some shit like that.
He has a spoon and a knife, but no fork.
What can we do instead of a sickle?
A shitcle.
Oh, you could call him, like, Ice Sickle or some shit like that. Ice Hammer Sickle. Fuck it, I don't know.
Ice Hammer Sickle.
The Iceman cometh.
The Iceman shitteth.
Let's see.
And he taketh, he giveth away.
The Iceman taketh, then he walk away.
Yeah, taketh or goeth.
I kind of wish Chris was here to do his Linkara voice right now, because he does a really good one, and you just reminded me of it.
I don't even know what Linkara sounds like, except for like the Oni plays impression of him.
I mean, that's usually what I go for because it's really good.
You talk about me, you son of a bitch.
I think that's where most.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think that's where Linkara is most popular.
Honestly, yeah. More people probably know of him from Oni Plays than from his actual channel.
Oh. All right.
And I'll say that to be mean. It's just probably true.
It's kind of funny because he's like a bad sport about it. Like, I gotta give like Doug Walker and Chris Chan kind of like respect for being good sports about that shit.
Oh yeah, major props to Doug especially.
Well,
Yeah.
He's like, he's so cool about it.
Let's also be fair. I'm not sure if Chris Chan's smart enough to understand that he was being mocked.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they really wanted to get Chris Chan to voice Grease.
That would have been
in Spelling
hilarious.
Friends, but it was before anything happened.
It was just before anything happened, and I think the reason they decided against this because that's when everything just did happen.
Actually, it wasn't even that. You know what happened?
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. It was like a legal issue.
It was a payroll issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't afford to bring on another guest actor for like a single episode because of some weird contracting stuff with the Cartoon Network or something like that.
Oh shit.
So they had to drop it, and then it just so happens that like a horrible controversy comes out with him like right after.
Oh my god.
Because the thing is, it wasn't a thing when they were making the episode, but by the time the episode came out, it was. So that would have been the most horrible.
That's like the fucking Louis C.K. voicing the abominable like head monstrosity in Gravity Falls, and then it was replaced by Alex Hirsch later.
Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot about that. He
Hey,
got
you.
Jontroned.
Hey you. You know you want to get inside of my mouth, don't you? Yeah, get inside of my mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, you can really see where that would have been odd.
And I remember it actually was Louis C.K. initially, and then they changed it later. I remember actually like watching the first airing of that episode, and it was him.
Okay, then because I was gonna say I don't remember it being Alex Hirsch. Maybe I saw the original too at some point.
Yeah, it is now. It is Alex Hirsch now, but the original was. I think you can find it on YouTube. There's a like direct comparison of him doing the voice lines and Alex Hirsch dubbing over those lines.
I want to see other videos where they do direct comparison where it's like the actual voice in different shows as it aired on TV and then just Louis C.K. doing it.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
But it's like he was never considered or anything. He just decided to.
Yeah, I still really don't know what the fuck happened with that. It's like I don't know. Maybe that's like a controversial topic though, but whatever.
What Louis C.K.?
Yeah, I remember like hearing like very little about it, and I was like,
it was a bizarre thing. He would like have meetings with female comedians, and the bizarre part is he would masturbate in front of them, but he would always ask them first. He would be like, "Hey, you cool if I masturbate?" And he would just start jerking off.
I mean, fucking okay, whatever. He asked for consent or whatever. That's
but,
what
like,
that's
it's
what I
such
thought
a
weird
weird scenario because if you're meeting with Louis C.K. and he's like a more established comedian than you, you'd probably feel compelled to just let him do what he wants.
That, or you may not even think that he's actually even being serious.
Yeah, like. Can you imagine you say yes to that as like a joke, and then he starts doing it? And
Starts actually.
Oh shit.
That reminds me like the fucking like Chris Farley stories where he used to like fucking like come out and like hang out with these guys naked and fucking shove vegetables up his ass and shit.
What the fuck? It's the first time hearing about this.
Yeah.
Are you making this up or is this real?
That's what like Chris Farley would do is he would like fucking like people would like go to hotel rooms and he would like fucking like show up and he would be like fucking bare ass naked and he'd like be shoving like carrots and shit up his ass.
Okay, the thing is like bizarrely I can imagine him doing this as a joke, but I can also see it being serious. Like, can you imagine Chris Farley like taking out a carrot and sticking it up his ass and going like, oh my god, like all the screams he would do in his movie.
And then he looks at you. And then he looks you in the eyes. And he says, "No one will ever believe you."
That's what is that? Bill Murray that they said did that?
Oh my god.
Not shoving things up his ass. There was like a story that Bill Murray showed up and like took someone's French fry off their McDonald's platter and looked them right in the eye and said, "No one will believe you," and then left.
Oh my god, that is fucking great.
Because it sounds like something he would do if you've heard like any reports of what he's like or like watched him in interviews. It sounds like him.
Yeah, it really does because he's like this weird enigma. I think he's like post-ironic comedy now. Like no, his existence is post-ironic, where he knows. Everyone knows like who the fuck Bill Murray is, and he just doesn't give a shit about being in anything anymore. It's so fucking funny.
I was gonna say, does he do any acting anymore?
He did Ghostbusters recently.
Yeah, that's
as
right. He was in the
Santa.
new one.
Well, he was
But
also
just-
he was also in Lady Ghostbusters, wasn't he?
In what? I'm sorry.
Lady Ghostbusters 2016.
I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, man. I don't think that exists. I'm referencing the fact that they made like merch for Ghostbusters things recently, and they had like stuff from the new show and stuff from the original, and nothing from the 2016 reboot. And like a bunch of people involved in the 2016 one were really pissed off, and I was just like, "You made a shit film, and you're asking for it to be acknowledged."
Actually, I think another thing that happened too is from the fucking 2016 Ghostbusters, I think the toys undersold so badly and they manufactured so many that they actually started repainting them and repackaging them as like Star Wars characters.
It's true. I got a Ray figurine that looked like a big fat Melissa McCarthy just painted up to like Ray.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Right?
God, are they still selling like Rose Tico figurines for like $1?
Oh man.
Did I? I had a real experience with this. I went to a Toys R Us as it was shutting down.
I think I was there that day.
You might have been there for this. First off, it was depressing. Because like a bunch of people had just looted some of this shit. Like they just came in, broke open packages, stuffed it in their pockets, and left. And no one was stopping them because all the employees aren't gonna have jobs in a few weeks, so they don't care. But like, there was a whole Star Wars section, and there was this fucking character. His name was Ezra Stryker. I remember it well. His name was Ezra Stryker. And there were
that's
fucking
kind of
whole
that's kind of
there were
funny
whole shelves. Go ahead.
because of Ezra Miller. Ezra
Wait.
Stryker.
Oh wait, yeah, I remember that now. I was like, wait, who's that? He did like a thing. He like beat someone up or something. Yeah.
Yeah. He's Joji's like cousin or something.
No. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Miller.
Yeah.
I always forget that he's Joji, but he's also just George Miller.
So anyway, Ezra Stryker.
Yeah. So the funny thing was, there was a whole big shelf in the front of the store of Ezra Stryker like toys, like taller than I am, and like I'm 6 foot. Okay, I don't know why I thought people would know how tall I am. It was like twice as tall as me and 4 times my height across.
Wait,
But that wasn't the biggest Ezra Stryker wall. If you walk around to the other side of that shelf, there was a section twice that big, also entirely filled with Ezra Stryker.
well, because who the hell knows?
They were going back deep, like by 4 or 5.
Because who the hell knows what Ezra Stryker is? Kids don't
Exactly.
like Star Wars. Star Wars in the 2010s sucked so goddamn much that kids didn't even give a shit about it. Like,
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
kids didn't even want to play with fucking lightsabers. It sucked that much.
Yeah. That's
It
actually
really did go
that's a
through, like,
really
a
fucking
super-
interesting thing. I remember like I remember back in like the early 2000s when like episode 1, 2, and 3 were coming out. As bad as those fucking movies were,
They sold toys like a motherfucker.
Yeah, every
Holy
kid
shit,
knew what a
yeah.
Jedi was. Every kid wanted a lightsaber.
Well,
Yeah.
and George Lucas was a good businessman. Why do you think General Grievous looks like he does? He's a perfect fucking toy.
Because he's a cool
Yeah.
toy. Well, and also because that's where George Lucas makes his money, so he makes his movies to make great toys.
Yeah, and like it does kind of suck. It's a little bit cynical, and I don't think the Grievous part's a great part of the film. But it was better than anything in the sequels. Any scene.
At the very least, what you can say is that George Lucas was dedicated to at least something about his franchise being fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like that magic of like the fucking like 1980s when like Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were the big shit. And it's like those shows really weren't that great, but the fucking toys were awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, well there were tons of shows just made to sell toys, and it was fun.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Sho-
What was that fucking like the male equivalent of Polly Pockets? It was like
There was a male equivalent?
It was
Yeah, it was
Rowdy
like called, like,
Rockets.
Mad Max or something like, or Crazy Max or some shit. What the fuck was it called? Hang on, I gotta look this up now. Max something.
I think
It was a little character called Super Mario.
I think a lot of cartoons were better when they sold toys.
Honestly,
Well,
I
'cause it
think
was just
so.
about
Yeah.
having cool action and villains and shit.
Mighty Max, that's what it was called. Mighty Max toy. I
Mm.
had these toys. They were like Polly Pockets, but they were for boys, and they were like badass like skeleton things that you would pop open, and they'd have these like laboratories and like gothic shit.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, they were fucking awesome. That show fucking sucked though. But
that was the thing. Sometimes a show would have cool character designs and it would just suck ass.
yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Fuck, yeah, I'm trying to remember like all the toys, all the shows that were trying to sell toys now.
Like here's something to consider. Who the hell is selling toys of like Steven Universe or God, I don't even know what new shows there are nowadays. But like name any new cartoon that came out. Who's selling toys of them?
Yeah,
See,
actually,
I could maybe see like the 3 crystal gems being okay toys, and Steven perhaps, because they have their little weapons they can summon.
yeah.
But they don't do that,
But, like-
do they? They don't make toys.
Like consider that the toys or products you're gonna get of them are either gonna be like apps, games, or like Funko
Attire,
Pops.
probably. Yeah, Funko Pops.
It's cartoons aren't really made for kids anymore. They're made for adults who are like kids.
That's really fucking weird. Yeah, you.
Which
yeah.
ironically, I'm saying about
Sounds like adult
myself.
soy boys.
Which I'm kind of insulting myself there, but I'll take it.
They're made
Yeah.
for those college students that shouldn't be in college.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way to put it. That's
Thank you.
fucking
I'm here all
awesome.
week.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. No, I remember like fucking like Powerpuff Girls and like Dexter's Lab and shit, and those shows had really fucking awesome toys that came out.
Yeah,
with
like
them.
every single fucking robot that Gendy Tartakovsky put in either fucking Samurai Jack or Dexter's Lab, I could see myself buying as a toy. They all were so fun.
Yeah, and Jimmy Neutron too, dude. I had a fucking Goddard. I had like an actual, it was like a real size Goddard robot toy that I could like press buttons. It was remote controlled, and you could actually make him like walk across the room and shit.
Oh wow.
That sounds fucking awesome.
That was the coolest fucking toy I've ever had. I actually remember like weird sentimentality behind it. My older sister used to collect the Sacagawea, gold coins or whatever.
Yeah, the gold dollars.
Yeah, and one year for my birthday, she spent all of the ones that she collected to buy me that fucking Goddard toy. So it's like, I think I still have it somewhere. It's like one of the most sentimental things to me.
Huh.
But it was really fucking cool because you could also like talk into the remote and you could like have your voice come out of Goddard. It was so awesome.
I would fuck with that so much if I had that. That sounds perfect.
I probably played with it for like 2 years. I'm not even kidding. Like, I never set that toy down, dude. It was my fucking thing.
That sounds really cool. I always liked like things with a weird little quirk to it like that. Like you can like make your voice come out of it or something, or you can like. Well, sorry, I'm burping like crazy. I ate a whole bowl of soup while we were talking. But it was very good soup. Thank you, Grace. Round of applause for Grace's soup skills.
Like Gace.
Amazing Grace.
Good soup. Amazing Grace. Anytime that song comes on, she's like, "It's me."
I saw Sleep by Grace.
Yeah. No, so anytime we drive past like a church that has her name on a sign, we always like comment on it. And there was one recently. It's like on the way to my parents' house, so we pass it a lot. It just says "Saved by Grace," and every time I start clapping, I'm like, "You did it! You did it!" And sometimes she'll forget. She's like, "What? Oh, Saved by Grace."
There are a lot of churches with Grace in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's God's a very graceful creature. He's got long, beautiful hair, big flowers, big perky breasts. He's doing the hula.
My favorite game growing up was counting how many times they said my name in church.
Can you guys hear her?
I heard that.
There.
I can imagine that would be fun. I don't get that with Nick. Like, unless someone's like, "Ow, I nicked my finger," and I'm like, "Sorry."
My favorite was counting how many times people got my name wrong.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, Lincoln."
Yeah, it's always
Is
Lincoln.
Lincoln here?
My whole life, it's always been Lincoln.
Lincoln.
I would always get weird things with my last name because it was long enough that it would get cut off on things sometimes, and other times people just didn't know how to say it. Oh, I shouldn't say my
Yeah,
last name.
don't say
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. I mean, I don't know why it's really a big deal. It's out there. You can definitely find it.
Is it Would You Do Bukowski?
Fuck. All right, I gotta go change my last name.
Oh, shit,
How'd you know it was Wojciechowski?
What'd you do, Bukowski?
Mike Wojciechowski.
Mike Wazowski.
For some reason, that reminded me of that thing. What is it, Grace? It's like a Jake Paul song or something where the one guy goes like, "Ohio to white boy."
Yeah, that was at the beginning of the same one where he goes.
England in the city. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, he says like, "Ohio to white boy." And I don't. He's like responding because he says something, and he says like, "I'm from Ohio to white boy" or something like that.
He's saying that he's like from California. California.
Yeah.
No, I'm from Ohio, the white boy.
He's saying Ohio though white boy, right? Is that the?
I'm from Ohio though.
Yeah, I'm from Ohio though white boy, but it comes out like as one phrase. So he's like, "But I'm from Ohio the white boy."
That makes it
Yeah.
makes it sound like a Japanese person is saying. It's like saying
Ohio the white boy.
it's like saying "Good morning, white boy."
Yeah, exactly. Ohio the white boy. You wake up in your room, they're waiting there. They put a mint under your pillow and they say, "Ohio the white boy."
All right,
And then a bunch of people show up to take pictures of you because you're strange.
Nick, is there like a name for like when you take ice cream and you set it on fire or like heat it up or something, or like put it on some kind of hot food?
Isn't that called fried ice cream?
No, like, are you talking about when you like flambe, like you light it on fire?
Yeah, I think it's like flambe.
Well, no, flambe is when it's in the pan. There is a name for when they like douse it in alcohol and light it on fire. And I can't remember what it is, but I just had cheese like that at a restaurant sometime recently because I remember my dad ordered it and it came to the table and they like lit it on fire and I started going, "Yay! On the fire cheese!" While they lit it on fire, and everyone was like looking around, all confused at me because the people in the other, like there were other people at tables in the restaurant pretty close to us.
Hold on, I gotta look up what Joseph Stalin looks like.
Okay, so I'm sure you've all realized by now that I'm kind of loud when I talk.
Yeah.
Lakin certainly has. Are you giving him like a Stalin mustache?
Yeah.
Took me a second to realize. So the rest of my family is also loud. It's not just me. I mean, Chris and John have been on here, so that much is clear. But it extends.
If you can believe it, he's the quiet one.
It's. I mean, Chris is pretty quiet sometimes as well, but when he's around like the family, he's usually louder. But yeah, so we were at a restaurant. We were at a restaurant recently. It was like a nice place on the water, and we're all sitting at a table, and we're just kind of yucking it up, having a time. And two families, like 2 times this happened in the same day. They were put at a table near us, and then like we saw them talk to the waiter, and then like a minute later they got up and moved to a different table. So like they clearly were like disturbed by us and had to move. And I feel a little bad about that, but also like I don't know. Grace claims it happens more often. I've never noticed it before, but we're not like assholes to staff. We tip good, stuff like that. So I don't feel terrible that we're a little noisy. I get it probably does annoy people. But
Well, I mean, it
I just
depends on
found it
the
funny that
restaurant.
2 families like blatantly just got.
Oh, you know what? You know what I could do to make the fucking sickle? Ice cream scoop.
Yeah!
Fuck, yeah.
Perfect. What would I guess the spoon's supposed to be kind of the hammer thing?
Something. They're just
You know,
approximations.
it makes you use it to break the chocolate shell. So
Yeah,
it
there we
makes
go.
sense like a hammer. I'm just gonna look up lighting food on fire. I forgot what I was looking up for a second.
I'm trying to come up with a name for him that can maybe incorporate Stalin or.
Okay, I'm seeing flambe. I think that's still like the thing. On the, maybe it is. Okay, flambe.
What?
Maybe you could like combine it together and make him like flambolshevik or something like that.
Ooh.
Flambolshevik.
Yeah, flambolshevik.
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 What was Stalin's real name again?
Oh, Joseph.
Jose Stalin.
No, he had like a really, really Slavic name. And he
Was it Slavenstein?
he like changed it to Joseph Stalin because he thought it sounded cool. I'm not even joking. He hated his name because he was from Georgia, and I think he hated Georgia.
That's badass.
and he didn't want to have like a Georgian name, or maybe it's because it reminded him of his father, who he also hated. I know, big surprise.
Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia in Europe.
I was gonna say not the U.S.
No, there's a country called Georgia, or at least there was. I'm not sure if it's still around, but fucking, I know, big surprise. A communist that hates their father.
It's wonderful. Oh.
Oh, and he was like a Reddit atheist in school because he went to like a Christian school, and he'd just openly be like, "Yeah, I'm an atheist."
Yeah, dude, that's always like that's always like the most irritating thing to me, by the way, is it's like the most militant atheists are obviously just super fucking mad that their parents made them go to church.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing: is it's not even always that, because I can speak about this. I was once that type of person, and what I think it really comes down to is like they feel like someone lied to them or something. Like they feel as though they've been betrayed, or like they've seen some greater truth and no one else can see it, or something crazy like that.
It's almost
what it really just comes down to is you were like, you've reached a different conclusion about something that there's no real conclusion to be made about. Like we can't know the answer.
Right. That's what I find really fucking weird about like atheism is it's like a religion in itself where they're just trying to not if someone's like, you know, atheist themselves, but like the majority of like
the ones who look to it with faith in the same way one does the religion.
I would describe those ones as anti-theist rather than just atheist. Like atheist is atheist is like your mind in your own business. Anti-theist is like you have a problem that someone else believes in something.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. Like you look down on people for believing in a god. That would be like anti-theist, I think is a good term.
That is a really good term, and I think that should be like applied to more of those like Reddit atheist kind of types where they're just like, "Oh, you believe in God? Well, you're a fucking idiot."
Don't you know it's the opiate of the masses?
Oh yeah, the opiate.
There was a while in my life where I tried to exist on Imgur, and people always didn't find like anything I said funny. And for a while, I just thought it was that I wasn't funny, and then I realized it was just that I do not get along with these fucking people.
Yeah.
Because it is just a microcosm of Reddit. Like it is literally like a subsite of Reddit that then kind of became its own thing and like spun out.
Dude, you remember when Reddit was like actually like completely the opposite of what it was now? I remember like Reddit is where all of the like nice guy memes originated from. Where they were always
I think
that was
the thing with Reddit is it used to be kind of like a place to mock stuff like that.
I was on Reddit back when it was kind of okay, and then like when did it go bad? For me, like I had to get off when all that Ellen Powell shit happened, which I'm not sure if anyone remembers that.
I do remember the Ellen Powell shit, and a lot of people were unhappy about that. But then all of a sudden, like everything fucking changed on the platform.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest issue with Reddit was back in the day there were a lot of people that were pretty smart and pretty self-aware on there. And that became like kind of the norm. But the problem began when people began to see themselves as, oh, we're the smart, self-aware, cool ones. And then lo and behold, they stopped being that because they got too far up their own asses to like, you know, really, really reflect, like self-reflect and analyze the things they do. They just assume they're right all the time and that everyone in the Reddit hive mind is right.
Yeah.
About everything, and they just keep feeding into each other's opinions, and it becomes this fucking cesspool.
Yeah, I want to say like around 2015 is when it started to like fucking change for me because I remember seeing like algorithmically the homepage was nothing but like anti-GOP, anti-conservative, anti-Christian, anti-Republican stuff, and I was like,
yeah, you pretty much have to be like on one side of it, otherwise you're just not welcome.
Well, I mean, I tried looking at the website recently, and I just went to like Reddit all just to see everything, and it's like that's all it is. There is no dichotomy.
I hate looking at like front page Reddit. There was one subreddit that I like engaged with for a bit, and it was the Bloons Tower Defense 6 one.
What the fuck?
I enjoyed playing Bloons Tower Defense 6, and I realized there were some daily challenges I could not figure out how to do, and I found the subreddit because the developers pretty much use that as like their forum to talk to people, and people post like hints for the daily challenges and stuff, and I had fun with it, and I started like engaging with the community there, and it was fun for a bit, but then there was just even still too much of that like classic Reddit negativity that it just drained the fun out of it for me, and I left.
I remember like what fucking like made me stop entirely. I remember the exact thing. Do you guys know who the artist Porter Robinson is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I loved
I
his
might.
album. I loved his album Worlds when it came out. I still actually do listen to a lot of his stuff pretty frequently, but on his album Worlds, I'll explain this for you, Nick. On his album Worlds, there's a final song on there called "Goodbye to a World," where it's just a little Vocaloid singing like about a world about to be destroyed.
Okay.
And it's like it's a pretty sad, melancholy, but really cool little song. Well, when Trump won back in 2016, when he won the polls, that was the last subreddit that I was like on. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm like fucking done with
This
rest
is
of
the one that hasn't been like infiltrated with whiny bullshit.
Yeah, I was just like trying to follow music shit because there was a lot of people recommending like, oh, music that's like Porter Robinson, and it's where I discovered a lot of really good artists, and I actually made some pretty good friends on there.
Okay.
But when Trump ended up winning in 2016, you know, late 2015 when the polls closed and everything, the entire subreddit exploded into people saying, oh, now is a really good time to be playing Goodbye to a World. I can't believe... And they started fucking posting all of this political shit in a fucking music subreddit, and they weren't getting banned. They weren't... like, the entire thing was flooded with it, and people just kept saying political shit in a music subreddit for, like, 2 weeks.
Well,
And
that's the thing is, like, places like on Reddit and elsewhere will very clearly have rules set up.
Yeah.
And if you break them and the person doesn't like what you said, they'll take it down. But if they like what you said, it doesn't matter if you broke the rules, it'll stay up.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's selective enforcement of policies suited to fit one's agenda, as opposed to suited to fit like the purpose of the thing you've created.
The same fucking thing as Twitter. Yeah, it's like that. I hate that shit, dude. These people get into positions of power, and rather than just exercising the exact enforcement of the rules, they go, "Hey, maybe I'll let this one slide because it aligns with what I agree with." Fucking
Yeah.
hate. So that just made me like stop using Reddit entirely. I was like, you know what? I can't even go to a fucking music subreddit without having this political bullshit everywhere. Because honestly, I really didn't care about the 2016 election. I just really didn't care about Hillary or Trump. I was just
Yeah, I was the
I
same
didn't give a
way.
shit.
And
Dude, I remember in college there was a point where like I won't give up too much detail because I do like these people, but I will say I was in a club with some individuals and a guy like had a moment of silence at the beginning of the meeting. He was like, if anyone wants to talk about this, you know, you can. And I was like, hey, this is going to have such a minimal effect on your day-to-day life that it's unfunny. Like, it's not even funny how little this is going to matter.
Yeah.
But everyone's treating it like the world has ended, like democracy has crumbled. It's insane.
Yeah, no, you know what's the funny thing is I didn't see the opposite of that when Biden won in 2020. I know a lot of conservative people, and nobody was like, oh, moment of silence, it's depressing. People were just like, yeah, this is bullshit. I can't believe they convinced enough people to vote for him like that. That's fucking shitty.
Well, there were plenty of people saying it was stolen, and honestly, I don't know what to believe there because, again, I'm pretty sure it's been proven in a court of law that the voting machines we use just can be tampered with, and there's no way to tell.
Yeah.
So at that point, you know, how do we know any election's not stolen?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
They're all absolutely meaningless.
Well, I found that ironic too, because people were saying that the 2016 election was stolen, and it's like, oh, we have flaws in our systems. It was propaganda and shit. And then when the 2020 election rolls around, they're like, nope, elections are infallible.
Yeah, you're just scared of democracy.
Yeah, there's no way that a write-in ballot could be compromised.
Yeah, it's like, well, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. You guys
especially
were like,
when you have reports from people that were working on like the counting and shit that are like, we don't know where this box came from. It was placed over here, away from all the other ones.
An election, voting is so volatile that even in the most secure method of voting, which would be going directly into the ballot and like placing it in the box, is still compromisable.
Yeah, there's still plenty of ways that can be compromised. And the thing is, there's always a motive to as well.
Right, everyone's got a motive to do it.
Yeah, because like, you know, while the ideal is that everyone's thing gets represented and, you know, may the best choice win, the best candidate win. There are people that just don't want that.
By the way, Spoon and Scoop Clown
want their guy to win, and it doesn't matter how. They're just gonna make it happen.
By the way, Spoon and Scoop Clown.
Yeah, we always get off onto like tangents, and then the clown's just finished, and we're just sitting there.
It's just there.
I like him.
It's just a burning Stalin ice cream.
Spoon and Scoop Clown.
I like
Hell
this
yeah.
guy. He's funny.
It's a funny fella.
He's a funny little character.
All right, what's our next clown gonna be?
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's see, we got Balloon,
Okay, Balloon.
Slapstick.
Okay. A physically violent balloon character.
Hindenburg clown. That's a secret clown that's hard to find and catch.
Okay.
And it's got a big butt.
Oh my god.
What is that butt?
It's based on a random word.
Get that random word generator out.
Which, God, I don't even know that's random number generator. Shit, how am I gonna show this?
You're not. We're all gonna take your word for it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going on good faith.
Relinquish. That's a big one.
That's a great one though. Like to give something up.
By the way, that's not a fucking noun word generator.
Yeah. Why does it keep doing that? That one's like cut and dry a verb.
Yeah.
Relinquish.
Industry, internet. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it defaults in as all, even if it says nouns in the input box.
Maybe.
But I'm fine with the word relinquish. Which, you know,
It's like relinquish all hope, and it's the blimp about to crash in.
Oh my god.
Hindenburg clown. What was I gonna say?
His name is Bernie.
You know what? This whole time I've been doing this without the. Fuck. I had it like that for a reason, but no. Damn
I
it.
just assumed you were trying the squares.
No, I wasn't even thinking about it. It would look so much nicer with a white background.
Oh, yeah, then give it the white.
There we go. Yeah, I just forgot.
Oh, the dog check's on.
I had it transparent because this is the same file I used to. Where is it? I used to draw all my little fucking guys for my stream update, schedule update
I see.
things. So let's see. We got Spoon and Scoop Clown, Driven Clown. Oh man, we're way behind. We're only up to 3 so far. We're only up to 2.
I fucking love Driven Clown. It's so cool.
All right. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something though. Yeah, I do remember a time like 2015, 2014 seems to be like a clear division in my life where like I got to live in this real nice like blissful ignorance of everything.
Yeah.
It is just like I could just like video games or anime or whatever and not even think about it. And then just all of a sudden everything became a big upheaval.
I think it's like fucking by design. I really do think there's like some sort of like I don't know, tinfoil hat moment. I think there's like a government and media like effort that's coordinated to make people as fucking divided over literally everything as possible.
Oh, I would agree on that. Like, I think that part's like a pretty. Whoops! I just like clanged my spoon against my bowl.
What can I do for Balloon and Slapstick that's not just like going straight for the Hindenburg? Because like that's already very close to another clown that I'm not sure if you've shown off yet.
I've shown off Inflation Clown.
No,
but I can
no,
feel
it's
that's not the one you're talking about.
No, I'm referring to a different one. Although I don't think it would fall
You know
under
what?
the balloon type, but it would just visually be similar, I think.
I think I know exactly which clown you're talking about. There's actually a really interesting story about its development that I've made sure to keep all the pieces of so I could explain it someday. Because it's got a very fascinating origin story.
Oh no, shit. There it is. This is where I wanted to delete it. I almost lost him here.
Oh my god.
So let's see, Balloon Slapstick. What can I do that's different for that?
I think I've had the idea previously of a clown that like makes big balloon swords and hits you with them.
Balloon Knight. And I've already done like a knight guy though, so like.
He did Shenanigan, yeah.
This sounds like there's if you want some fucking good inspiration, there's an old like 1940s or 1930s animation where like it's this entire place that's made out of balloons and all the people are made out of balloons. I want to see if I can fucking find that. It's actually a really well done animation from like the 1930s, and it's like underground. Let me see.
I would love like a children's movie where all the people are made out of balloons. They live in a balloon society with like balloon animals and everything.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
But
that's
then
exactly
one guy
it.
comes along with a needle.
No, that's exactly. That's literally
and starts
it.
popping it. Wait,
No.
that's it?
That's literally it. Yeah. There's a guy who's called he's called like the fucking like pin master or something, and everyone's like, beware of the pin master.
He's called the Poplar.
He was something like that. Yeah. And he shows up and
He's
he
called
starts
Pindolph
popping.
Poplar.
It's fucking dark because he's like popping everyone and they're like screaming in agony and shit. So it's like the first half of it's really fun, and then the latter half of it is him killing literally everyone in the society, and they can't do anything to stop it.
I want to watch this because that's exactly what I envisioned.
sounds
When you said a society of balloon people is just there's a crazy like balloon Hitler that pops everywhere.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah, let me find this. Hang on. I remember I used it for visuals when I was doing an Electro Swing 1940s set. So it's somewhere on my computer, and I can probably find the name of it this one.
Yeah, definitely do. That sounds fucking awesome. Oh wait, Lakin.
What?
What if it was like a punching bag kind of clown?
You know, that's what.
And the punching bag's like a big balloon.
That's one way. I'll tell you what. My idea I was kind of going with here, but I might like yours more. Is I was gonna do a boxing clown, but his boxing gloves are balloons.
You know, it's a weird thing that happened in my head. I saw what you were drawing here, and I immediately thought of a lady that had big balloon tits and also big balloon like fists. And then that's how I kind of went to punching bag. I was like, wait, what if it's just like instead of a punching person, it's a punching bag?
Punching bag. I mean, I guess slapstick doesn't just necessarily have to be to others. It could be itself, but
yeah. So the main idea with the slapstick type is just physical comedy, like sort of physical, slightly violent comedy.
like I just wouldn't want it to just be like an upside down balloon though, like that.
Well, it could be like it could be attached to like, because aren't those types of punching bags usually on like a machine?
Yeah, it's usually like a thing.
You could make it like he's a guy and he just has a really long neck that juts forward and the bag's hanging down from it. And the bag has like a really scared face on it.
Hold on.
I think we're hitting the right idea here.
So
we're getting somewhere.
So the bag is the balloon?
Yeah, like his body is like a regular normal human body. And he just has a really long fucking neck that cranes up, and he's got like the bag at the end of it, and that's his head.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like there's two of them. One's the clown, and the other one's the bag hanging off of his neck.
Oh, like his head's above the bag, and he's got like a little bag hanging off like a fucking crop or whatever it is on a chicken.
Hold on.
Or he's saying his head, because I was.
I was just thinking it was gonna be like just like a rope or something tied to his neck, and it's just hanging off of it.
I kind of like it being his face though, because he could just get punched in the face repeatedly.
No, I like that too. Right.
Okay, wait, I found it. Sorry, sorry to interrupt. Balloon.
No, you're good.
Balloon Land.
Balloon Land.
1935. Let me look it up on YouTube again really quick and see if I can fucking just post it in the chat. Hold on.
You said Balloon Land, and that made me think of this really shitty old movie called Fun in Balloon Land.
Yeah.
It's very bizarre. I actually never saw it because I used to do a movie review show with one of my friends on YouTube. He since took them down because he wanted to get into the film industry, and he was afraid that that like some of the negative opinions he gives on movies could have like rubbed people the wrong way.
Man, what a cook. No, I shouldn't say that because I know the guy and he's a nice guy.
I mean, it's fun to just abrasively like insult.
I don't mean that. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, but they did an episode on Fun in Balloon Land, and just from watching the review, I was like, if I had to watch that whole movie, I don't know what I would have. I would have had a very severe reaction to it, the way I did to the Star Wars Holiday Special, which I'm literally allergic to that movie. We found out because halfway through, I started getting like really itchy eyes, and my throat started like swelling up.
my god.
And then as soon as the credits started playing, the symptoms went away. It was so bizarre.
Oh my god.
Fucking
And I didn't like eat anything that I was allergic to that day or anything because I know what foods I'm allergic to. It was very strange.
Nick, have I ever told you my idea of like what would be a really like funny medieval form of execution?
Funny in execution. Let's hear it.
Okay, so you know those like rides at amusement parks that are just like the big slingshot with the seats in them?
Yeah.
All right, well imagine you put like a noose on the end of that.
Oh my god.
And they fling you and you just fucking catch and die on impact.
You'd probably just cut your head off.
Oh my god.
I just thought the idea like someone's sitting there and then they just get flung way up into the air. God, thank Christ I'm not like a fucking medieval noble lord or anything, or else I'd be doing all kinds of fuck shit.
I was gonna say, do you think like that would corrupt you to the point where that amount of power, you'd just be like, okay, next time we have to execute someone, we're trying to...
It probably depend on my upbringing, but assuming that it's me,
I guess, yeah.
if it's me the way I am now, I'd probably be fine. But then again,
shut up,
that's like assuming like a modern day sort of moral upbringing.
Yeah, because that's the thing is too, executions were like commonplace and people would go watch them with their friends.
Well, then like noble lords would always come up with like weird fucked up ways to kill people if they didn't like them.
Yeah.
Like one of them was a guy had a man, they had his fucking scalp torn up, and then they poured honey on him and they tied him to a hot roof so bees would swarm around, and bees and like crows and shit and peck at it.
Oh my god.
And it drove him insane.
I would imagine driving you insane is the least it would do.
Fuck, man.
People would do some sick shit back in the day.
Well, they do some sick shit now. It's just I guess a matter of decorum or sort of where we're at.
Now, if you go on 4chan, you'll find some of it.
Fucking
Yeah.
the
People do some fucking foul things.
fucking weirdo Goro people.
Yeah.
Goro people?
Oh god, I don't even want to. I'm not sure I want to get into
If you
that.
don't know what it is, don't look it up.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Goro from Mortal Kombat. I'll keep it there for now.
Yeah, just assume they're just people who are big fans of Goro from Mortal Kombat.
See, when you said Goro people, I was like, oh god, they've all got forearms.
No, I want to describe it to you, but I'm not going to. Just because we're on stream.
You can do it after the stream if you want.
I'll do it after the stream, amongst other things I'll say after the stream.
That's right, audience. Go fuck yourself.
That's right. That's right, audience. I'm too hot for Twitch and YouTube.
It's gonna be called Lake and Streams After Dark, and that's where we fucking talk about some of the most fucked up shit. I love it.
You know what? That would be kind of a funny idea for my Patreon. Is it's like, you wanted to hear me say the shit I won't say on Twitch?
Actually, that would be neat. Yeah, you just keep like a note sheet and you're like, oh, there's another fucking thing I can't say on Twitch. Be sure to follow if you want to actually hear it.
Lake and After Dark.
Lake and After Dark. I like that idea. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Give me something for my $5 fucking Lake, and I'm ready.
I'm still trying to come up with good stuff for the Patreon, but I'm just not like all that active, so it's really hard for me to like think of something I can do regularly, and I'm just very inconsistent. I got a serious problem with that.
I get it. I mean, I have a like I worried about like, oh, I'm not putting out enough like Clown World stuff to keep people engaged. But the thing is, like, I can't go revealing my whole hand either.
Yeah.
Like, I have to keep some stuff in my pocket. Yeah. So it's becoming really tricky to find that balance of like, what do I reveal publicly, and then what do I just kind of keep waiting until like release or a demo or something.
Like some of the fucking best like games that I'm anticipating right now are pretty much giving no fucking information except for like demos, like Pizza Tower Guy and Guinea Pig Parkour, for example.
Yeah, the one thing with those though is they've had something to hook people. I've had like a few pieces of pixel art, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'll need to get like something a little more substantial out there to keep people interested.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean,
But
this
yeah, I do think sometimes less is more. If you show off too much of the thing, you can kind of lessen people's excitement for it because they get tired of hearing about it and just want to play it.
yeah.
That's
Then they kind of get familiar with what to expect, and then it's like, oh,
right.
It's a tricky balance, and especially when you're like a one-man dev, it's tricky. Well, I shouldn't say one man. I've got Lakin, Chris, and John, and Zid helping me out with like planning and stuff on the game. But as far as the development goes, it's just been me.
I wish I could help you with music, buddy, but I don't know enough about like chiptune production. I guess I could.
I mean,
look
yeah,
into-
it's fine. I mean, I like as far as the music goes, even if you just like had an idea for something for me to try, like, oh, you should use this classic like circus song or something, I can try. I do have a little bit of elements of like one sort of well known like the I have that in like a battle theme I'm working on for the game,
Hell yeah.
and I think that'll be really cool once it's done.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like some like clown music and shit. I've always kind of like, I don't fucking know. I've always been like not exposed to the circus world.
To the clown world.
Well, the clown community is a very multifaceted and complicated thing, and it's very difficult to get into for new.
Why are clown girls so hot?
I was gonna say it's amazing how well the timing is going with this. Where like the time I decided to work on a clown-based RPG, everyone's on Twitter talking about Clussy and shit.
Yeah, that is
Like,
kind of
it worked
fucking
out pretty
funny.
well.
That is kind of good.
I'm hoping to capitalize on that. I just need to actually like have more stuff out there for people to see. I definitely need to put another girl clown in the next update, and I've had an idea for one. I just have to draw her.
I love giving them like these disgusting emaciated bodies
It is a fucking great thing.
because it kind
Like
of
he's got a smiling face, but then the body looks depressing.
they're like fucking Lisa the Painful monsters.
Yeah, they're like the joy mutants.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is that its nose or its eye?
That's its nose.
Okay, I was gonna say, dude, that'd be the creepiest fake out is if its nose was actually its eye.
Ooh.
That would be a neat thing to have on one of the clowns. Just it's got like
Yeah.
a big fucking weird
I'm
eye.
gonna put this
Yeah,
line here just to possibly suggest that it could open.
That would be really fucking creepy, actually.
Hold on. It's not just any balloon. It's a water balloon.
Oh my god, that's fucking sick. I love
Now
What?
he has to be wet type. No, I'm kidding.
What it's filled with? Who knows?
It's not a water balloon. It's a liquid balloon.
It's a liquid balloon. It's a mysterious liquid balloon.
There's a mysterious sauce.
A mysterious substance in the balloon.
There's a mysterious sus.
All I can think of is it's like taking one of those fucking like party balloons, putting it over your dick, and fucking like coming.
Oh
into it.
god.
I like how you started to like mutter it at the end, like you almost regretted saying it,
Cum balloon, cum balloon.
and just fucking like coming
I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas, you know. Fuck it.
I'm just spitting and shitting.
I'm just spitting and coming and shitting.
That's my new album.
This is Gilbert Gottfried, and I'm shitting and
I'm
pissing.
pissing and coming and shitting.
I love that video.
He was the fucking. He was like the best thing on Cold Ones when they couldn't get like a person to do a cameo. They would just send it to Gilbert instead. He'd do it
Yes.
every time.
Oh my god! And then someone did that animation of the voice of Jafar and Gilbert Gottfried doing that fucking like.
Yeah.
Aladdin bit. Oh my god, that actually made me cry laughing. I thought so
It was
funny.
really good.
You think?
Fuck you, Dark Wizard! Suck my parrot nuts!
Yes, suck my parrot nuts.
There should
His like jaw chatters between each word, which is the funniest fucking thing.
what do you even
It's a
call
fun little,
this?
Okay, looking at it now with the liquid, it looks like he sucked all the blood out of his body into his head.
Oh,
Which, you know, if you dangle upside down, it does that, and that's obviously not what would happen here because of the gravity, but it's still really funny to think.
What if you called him Hanging Brain?
Hang brain.
Hanging Brain, yeah. What is a good name for him?
this is.
Fuck.
I feel like this is more existential nightmare than the last one.
Can you call him Pummelpuss?
Pummelpuss? You know what? That
So,
makes
like-
sense.
Well, it does, because, like, puss is a really old-timey way to refer to someone's face, and obviously it would never be used nowadays for clear reasons, I'd hope.
Yeah, no one would ever
But-
put that in like a Garfield movie or something.
Yeah, like a sour clip.
Oh, man, you fucking remind me of that line. That's where I found that out. Because, in that Garfield live-action movie, the first one, there's, like, this cat that's all over TV, and Garfield just goes, that cat's puss is everywhere. And
What the fuck?
we heard that and we were like, what did Garfield mean by this? I think John literally whipped out his phone, pointed at the TV, recorded that screen, and just uploaded it to Facebook with the caption, what did Garfield mean by this?
Wait, was that Bill Murray who did the voice of Garfield?
Was it?
I believe it was someone who was way too big for the role that didn't realize what they were signing up for.
I think they thought it was because the director of the movie was the same name as someone else that he had worked with, but it wasn't.
It was something like that where there was a confusion, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name, but because I've never seen those movies.
Well,
But fucking,
I when I was little, I had the first one on DVD.
I know more about A Tale of Two Kitties from Cumtown than I do anything.
A Tale of Two Titties. I never saw that one, actually.
All right, so our next one, its first bit is cool
Oh, fuck yeah.
Cool.
and spooky.
Oh,
Cool.
It was almost fat.
I love fat type. I need to make more fat clowns.
oh my god.
I just love that fat and girl are both like types in this.
Cool and spooky. That's an evolution of a clown.
Okay.
Should I go back and look at some of the old ones? Or maybe just come up with like a midway point.
What if like
I'm not sure how
What if,
many
like,
other
the
cool
first
spooky types we
evolution-
have.
what if the first evolution was like a body frozen in ice, and then in the second one it's thawed?
Oh my god.
So it's frozen in ice clown. How does that one even work? Is it like an ancient clown?
He's like Metapod where he has no attacking moves. Yeah, it's like a Neanderthal clown that's like mummified in the ice.
The caveman clown.
Okay, it's an evolution of another clown. That's
That could maybe be like a 3-stage line, actually. Like there's a caveman clown, he evolves into frozen in ice clown, and then the frozen clown evolves into thawed clown.
It doesn't know it's a clown.
It gradually thaws out as it evolves, and its attack
All right,
becomes better, but it
So,
becomes worse.
so
The one downside to that idea is I do already have a clown around the concept of a previous clown melting.
Oh.
that's fine. You don't have to use this one.
Hey, go ahead. I mean, we'll do it if it's fun anyway. We can always figure something out.
Well,
Like, it's not.
I kind of got hooked on an idea going along with, or rather, a way I want to draw it. It's the same idea.
Okay.
But this is like the halfway thawing out phase.
Oh, train's coming by. I'm gonna see if my Discord name lights up. If it does, I'll mute.
Phone's ringing, dude.
Phone's ringing, dude.
I don't know why though. Just the cadence with how you said that reminded me of that.
It is. It did kind of sound like it in a way I can't quite explain.
Pick up the damn phone.
Pick up the damn phone! That's such a good YouTube move.
YouTube poop.
I think YouTube poop's like the reason I am the way I am today.
I would agree for me as well.
Like they were very influential on my sense of humor.
They were too influential, more influential than they should have been on like a young adolescent child.
No, I'm glad they were, honestly. I feel like it's given me kind of a, I don't know if I'd say it's unique, but it's given me like a sense of humor that I like. I don't see it often, but when I do, it makes me laugh a lot.
It's like your own brand in a way.
Kind of, but I don't even know if it's my own brand because I'm just like half the time I'll say something and I'm like imitating what it sounds like when you splice clips together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, my brain's kind of broken in that fucking way too.
But it's a fun way for it to be broken.
It
It's
is.
like you'll hear someone say something and you can just like repeat it back to them with the same cadence but all chopped up.
Man, when I was a fucking kid, I wanted to make games that were like based on YouTube poops.
I think I told you this before. One of like one of the biggest like dumb idiot moments I ever had as a kid. I was like sitting on the bus like making a YouTube poop in my head, but I was like saying it out loud. I was
Oh
like,
my God,
and I
yes,
wasn't
I
just saying it
remember
out
this.
loud. I was like muttering it really quietly under my breath while leaning my head against the
All
window.
the other kids are like, I'm not coming to school
Well, no, like,
tomorrow.
no, a girl in front of me turned around and she was like, "Hey, what are you like? What are you quoting? It sounds funny." And I was like,
I made it up.
this is a thing I saw on the internet." And I didn't know how to respond to it.
I'm quoting the Wand of Gamelon. Leave me alone.
It's called Zelda. Have you heard of it? Like, oh yeah, like Ocarina of Time? No.
I wonder what's for dinner.
Man, I grew up in a different age where girls still didn't know what games were.
Oh my God. Dude,
'Cause
I
I-
fucking grew up in the age where like fucking women hated video games entirely.
Yeah. The one exception would maybe have been my sister, and that's because we grew up pretty much 1 year apart from each other, and I was about the only other friend she had for a while.
So there were certainly other exceptions. It's just like that it wasn't as commonplace of a thing as it is nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's funny because there's actually like kind of more of like a stigma behind it now, in a way, but it's not addressed because it's like a lot of these people are just playing video games by themselves, trying to get like Twitch famous. When it used to be like, hey, come over to my place, let's have a beer and play Halo. Like, it was way fucking different back in the day.
Yeah, I think like honestly, I always prefer in-person multiplayer to online.
Yeah,
and I
same.
hate that a lot of games just don't have it now.
Dude, that's what they fucking did with Halo. Like, oh my God, Halo 5 didn't even have split screen. You couldn't play with your friends.
See,
Like,
that
you had-
irritates. That's a downgrade in my eyes. You've downgraded from a previous generation of games.
Yeah,
How can you do
absolutely.
that?
No, dude, literally my most favorite thing to do is like have a friend over, play Halo, and like, dude, playing through the campaign of the Halo games is the funnest fucking thing because you can just beat the fuck out of each other and just keep killing each other over and over and over. And it doesn't penalize you. You can like someone will be like driving one of the Jeeps in the game, and they'll be like, okay, get in, and you can just throw a grenade at the ground. And it'll like send the fucking Jeep flying off the map, and then they just respawn right next to you. It's dude. It's so fun.
I mean, one of my favorite things to do in games, like I'm very bad at any and all first-person shooters, but I love fucking around. Like I love just like finding a dumb mechanic in the game and just messing with it.
Yeah.
Like me and my brothers, a lot of the time, like if we don't know what we want to do, but we want to like play a game together, we'll do what we call GTA roulette, where we just boot up GTA and we'll play until we die, and we'll just come up with like a stupid goal or just fuck around. Like I remember one time my goal was go to the prostitute district, find a prostitute, get her in the car, drive it off into the ocean, and jump out.
My God.
And I fucking did it. It took like forever to get it to happen, and it finally did. And I didn't realize like she had it in her AI to like save herself, so she got out of the car and started swimming back to shore. So I was like panicking. I was like, fuck, and I like grabbed out the gun and fucking shot her in the water.
Shit.
And then I was like, well, I've done my goal, so I just belly flopped into a fire and died. Because there's a group of teenagers on the beach with like a fire lit just hanging out, and I just ran up and I found out this technique I call a dolphin flop, where if you press two buttons, it's like the button where you do that little jump when you're running, and then the button to like kick, I think. You like press one and then the other really quickly, and you like do a jump and then flop onto the ground like a crazy belly flop motion. So I just did that onto the fire, caught fire, and then tried to tackle one of the people around the fire and catch them on fire. Like, there's so much you can do in that fucking game.
Yeah.
I remember when I was over and doing that with you guys, one of the things I did was I took a bunch of the plastic explosives you had, and I just started throwing them on like a truck. I started driving the truck around. And I tried to jump out of it and then set them off in like a group of people.
I actually got that to work once because I'd gotten up to like 4 stars or something, and I'd prepped that ahead of time. So there was like cops that had set up a barricade where they were trying to like block me off from going any further. And I jumped. I drove the car right toward their barricade, jumped out of it, and it fucking blew up. And then I just grabbed like a passerby's car and sped off.
Oh my God.
It was fucking insane.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, GTA Roulette kicks fucking ass. It's one of the best things ever.
I actually would love to fucking do that. Or at least like create like an equivalent, because I don't think I have GTA anymore on like anything. But
Yeah.
I used to play 5 on the 360 a lot.
I've never owned an Xbox actually.
By the way, this clown is just straight up dead. It's just fucking.
Oh my god, I love this.
Wait, what if there was a clown who just didn't get any turns during battle? Like you just send him out and he's pretty much just a piece of meat.
It's just dead.
Like you could maybe use that to your advantage if he like has a lot of I guess you could call it HP. Because in this I have like appeal instead of HP, it's AP and it's appeal, and the idea is like when you run out of appeal, you've stopped appealing to the audience. So you could theoretically have a clown that's like actually dead and he could still appeal to the audience just because of how funny it is that a dead clown's here. So like it could just be that he has a ton of appeal, but he can't do anything, and you just use him as like a meat shield while you like use items on your.
Well,
other
you were kind of
system.
describing him like a metapod.
Yeah, that's true. He's just there to wall out your opponent.
He's like a Blissey.
Yeah, except he, like Blissey has some decent moves it can learn. This guy just fucking sits there.
This isn't even
Yeah,
like. Oh god, this isn't even like. Oh, can I disclose Clown World lore?
I'm
talking about the sort of mechanism by which clowns
come into existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, preferably don't expose that for now.
Okay.
But I will say it's not like.
But-
are you
but-
saying like it's not even that he had that?
Yeah.
It was just actually like.
They
this
just
already?
they just unthawed a caveman and just threw some clown shit on it. Wait, wasn't a thing with this one that he was hold on. Where's the
If he was like in ice as a clown, I don't know how it would have worked. Maybe he was the primordial clown.
Never mind, it was the previous one.
Primordial clown.
This one, oh yeah, one of the things with this one is that it was like in a hard spot to reach or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I thought that would be funny for this one. It's like you have to find the frozen caveman and do like a whole
Wait.
side quest to de-thaw him and put clown makeup on him.
The more I look at this drawing, the more I like it. His fucking like ribs and shit.
I love the lifelessness of it.
I love this so much.
Oh shit.
I feel like I could see like a sort of place for this in the plot, but I won't say what it is. But we should talk about it more after the. Oh wait, I don't know if I like what you did with the eye socket there because it looks like it's drooping farther. Yeah, it looked like it was drooping farther down after.
Like this?
Yeah, like that.
There. I think that's where it was.
That's where it was before, I think, yeah. Yeah, I like that because he's like leaned back. So there should be more like cheek area.
Right.
But we could talk about where this guy's like what this guy would be. I kind of like might have a use for him based on a thing I've set up in the plot.
Making that more like that. Oh.
But I fucking love this design. It's hilarious.
Hold on. He can't have like a good clown here. It's gotta kind of like fray out at the end.
Go ahead.
Like this. You see what I'm like it doesn't
Yeah.
hold together.
It's like
it
it's
gets
exploding kind
it,
of a bit.
it gets all messy, yeah. All right, let's
Okay, yeah, I was trying to like see what's going on with it. I feel like it should be going straight down more because the way he's like slumped back. Because right now it looks like when like a cartoon character's hair is standing up after an explosion.
I see what you're saying. More like
Like I would keep the droop going with it. Did someone say Catalina Crunch?
Yeah, that's what I'm eating right now.
I just heard,
Friendly cereal.
I just heard Catalina Crunch.
That's just my catchphrase before I eat any crunchy food.
That's not a bad one. That's a pretty good. Just Catalina Crunch.
Catalina Crunch.
So what did you say? It's the most like eco-friendly cereal?
Let's see. It's cinnamon toast keto friendly cereal.
Oh, keto friendly. I thought you said eco friendly. I was
Zero
like, how's it?
Eco friendly cereal. Yeah.
It uses less fuck, what is it?
It uses less environment.
It, it uses less petrol oil than any fucking other
Petrol oil. You mean petroleum?
petroleum. That's the word I'm looking for. It uses less petroleum than any other breakfast cereal. Less.
Oh, does he have like a big? Oh, he has a club.
Yeah.
He's a Oonga Boonga man.
Yeah, he's a caveman. He just fucking froze to death in a flock of ice.
Fucking guy. He's so fucking horrifying. Just this visceral dead clown.
His third and final form is him just completely laying dead on the floor.
Doing the Family Guy dead pose.
That's such a perfect like meme pose. Just the fucking Family Guy death.
Instantly recognizable.
It is. You can draw like any character doing that pose, and it would be immediately clear what you're going for.
Fucking, what do we call this?
Oh, that's a question I was not ready to answer.
What I want to know is where's the caveman?
What was that?
But if you're in here and I'm out there and we're in there and we're the caveman and I almost forgot.
We're out here.
What was the name of that movie with Brendan Fraser where he was a caveman?
Encino Man.
That's the Mummy.
Encino Man.
It's called
That's the mailman.
What if we've had a stream where we played Pokemon Coliseum?
I mean, I already did Pokemon Stadium for a bit. My issue with Pokemon Stadium was that it's very slow paced, and I didn't think it was that entertaining to watch. And like, not everyone cares to watch like Pokemon Stadium. I could see Coliseum maybe being a little more fun because that's got like a story to it, right?
Yeah,
It's got a whole plot.
It's actually probably like my favorite. I mean, it's I have a fucking mod of it that adds like type and physical special splits and a bunch of other shit. So it's actually really like up to date and fun. It's a little slow.
Interesting.
But it's yeah, it actually is probably like the most fun Pokemon mod I've played besides like Pokemon Sigma and Emerald.
Oh, dude, you need to play. I actually want to play this on stream. Crystal Clear.
You sent me the link to that, I believe.
I did. That's right. Yeah, it's insanely good. There's so much in it.
Yeah, I have that downloaded. I just haven't gotten around to playing it because I've been like fucking busy as shit lately. But I can, I want to make some time to play that.
Yeah, it's a really good one. I highly recommend it. Also, Grace is wanting to show me something, so I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
Unthawed clown. That's awesome.
There we go. I motion blurred it so it's creepy to look at. That's so his name makes it seem like it's unclear.
It's like a creepypasta.
Yeah.
Why is this so funny?
Creepypasta clown.
Creepypasta.
All right. I'm going to do one last one. I think I'm going to call that a stream.
Okay. Let's see what you get for the prompts.
Let's see. We got a wet and
Wait, I'm sorry, a what?
natural clown. Wet and natural. Those are its types.
Wet and natural.
Wet and natural.
Like a beaver running through the woods.
Yeah. There's a lame
Wet.
hat. And it's the only one not to get a butt tonight. So,
Oh shit.
a wet and natural clown with a lame hat.
How can you have a clown without an ass?
Well,
Also, I'm back.
Nick, what do you think a wet and natural clown would be?
Big wet naturals, you say?
Nudist clown?
It could be. I mean, like, wet is reserved for either like literal water things or things that are horny in nature. So perhaps you could do that. Like, I could see that working. Like a nudist clown.
I'll do that, but I'll make him look like the nicest guy.
Like Ned Flanders,
Yeah.
but a nudist.
Nudist Flanders.
I mean, without it, like, I wouldn't want it to be a literal Ned Flanders, but like, use that for inspiration because that's a really funny visual.
I was thinking maybe someone like younger, but he's got like a chipper attitude. I've drawn so many emaciated, sad, depressing clowns today. I just got to get like one good one in.
Well, make this like a nice sculpted dude. Like he takes care of his body.
Yeah.
And he's naked all the time as well. This will be the fucking like what's it called? Like the femcel thirst character.
The femcel thirst character.
Because like people are always like, oh, all the women are just like fuck toys, and it's like, well, here's your man fuck toy right here. Your beautiful buff boy.
Are dad bods really the thing now? Is that what women are?
I don't know, man.
I doubt it. I think that's just something people say to be like, to sound unique on the internet.
Or like be contrarian or something.
Yeah.
It's like a form of body positivity.
Yeah, I mean, like, it worked out for me.
Yeah, it's fine. Everyone does what they want to do, I guess. I don't care.
I mean, it's definitely not what I prefer. I probably should take more care of myself, like genuinely. But it's not stopped me, at least from like having a little bit of a belly hasn't stopped me from like finding someone, which has been good. But I don't know that it's like people's preference unless they're like very specifically into that thing.
Yeah, I remember seeing this fucking TikTok that actually made me so fucking mad that I unfollowed somebody on Instagram. She shared this fucking TikTok where it was like this girl that's like, she fucking, what was the text? The text is something like, if he's got a six-pack and hits the gym, and she like puts up like her hand like a stop motion and walks away, and then the text changes to, if he's got a dad bod and a belly, and then she's like, you know, appreciative of it. Or
She's
whatever.
like, yay! I want my beautiful fat fuck.
There's yeah. So that's like the first context of it. I'm like, whatever. Like that's what she's trying to do. And then there's a fit gym dude that comes on and does a reply one, and he goes, okay, so wait, how come it is that when women say they have a preference, it's considered endearing, and when I say I have a preference, I'm called fat phobic?
Yeah.
And then there was a reply to it where this like fucking British guy with like long hair and scrawny body is like playing an acoustic guitar.
Acoustic?
And he's actually singing a song on an acoustic guitar, and he's singing a fucking song to this guy, and he's like, nobody thinks that you're attractive, and he's like singing fucking out of key, and it was actually the most embarrassing thing I've ever fucking seen in my entire life.
It's okay. I hope she sees it.
Oh my
I
god.
hope she sees it. I really do.
He's like white knighting for this girl, and he's like saying that this man is like delusional because he thinks that he's not allowed to have a preference. Wait, I thought that's what like the last 6 years have been. No, like the last 8 years have been like that.
Well, what I was gonna say, like, you could genuinely like point to people on the internet saying the thing he's talking about. Like, it's not like he's just made this up or pulled it out of his ass. You can find examples of this. This is like a real thing that's happened.
Yeah, they're trying to say that it's like, you know, oh, you need not. I don't know. It's like if you have some standards, and it's like those standards don't always have to be something that's like considered the penultimate correct thing. It's just what you're attracted to. Like me, I'm attracted to a certain body type in women, and when I get told, actually, you need to be attracted to this other type to be inclusive, it's like that's not gonna fucking happen because that's not.
Well, I mean, it's like telling someone you have to be attracted to someone or you have to be willing to give a certain person a chance. It's like, no, you really don't.
Yeah, you don't.
There's no problem with having like limits to what you find attractive and what you're willing to like. I don't know, properties you're willing to have in a partner. That's not a problem. There's not anything inherently bad about that.
But it's fucking weird because it's like there's like this weird marginalization of like fit people. It's like that fucking Meghan Trainor song where it's like all about that bass.
Yeah.
She refers to like, skinny girls as skinny bitches in that song.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is like it goes the other way and it's automatically a huge problem. Or it's automatically perfectly fine, but like you can't make fun of like a fat person. You can't like call them names, but you're allowed to call like a skinny person like a skeleton or whatever, and it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I find that fucking weird because it's like, dude, you swung the pendulum too far. You're not being body positive. You're being fat positive and skinny shaming.
It's one of those weird things where it's like over time, it's kind of like the standards and norms of society, it start to get broken down in a way where it's seen as a virtue for all of them to just be broken down.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you
It's like
guys.
subversion for the sake of being subversive.
It's like it's like subversion for the sake of inclusivity, but you know, I'm just like every other guy, you know. I just want to see a girl, you know, just on all fours with an apple in her mouth, you know.
I just want to eat her, man. I'm hungry.
I want to dress her up in some honey and a pineapple slice, man. I fucking love it.
I just want to fucking consume her flesh, man. Is that so much? Just like a cannibal trying to like normalize it.
Ain't gonna look like a good lampshade. I don't want her.
Nick, you joke about that. There are people out there who want to normalize cannibalism.
There are people out there who want to normalize everything. I think sometimes we do a little too much normalizing. Some things should be wrong.
Normalize this, normalize that. Have you tried being normal?
The moment you see like people talk about like minor attracted person, it's like no, we've gone way too far. We've gone beyond far enough. We need to start pumping the brakes and start like going back a little bit. This is not right.
Minor attracted person? You mean a pedophile?
Yeah, they have a word for that actually. Did you know that?
But it's a lot more humanitarian if you make it sound scientific.
It's like when people like I think I posted a thing about this recently, but like people say misinformation. It's like we had a perfectly fine word for that. It's called a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Why do we have misinformation, disinformation? How about just lies and truth? Is that hard?
We'll create fucking 30 different terms for things that are deemed to be quote unquote untrue.
Yeah.
What is it? The Ministry of Truth now? Are they like?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's a new one.
They started that department that's going to be like, oh well, now we have the end all say all and what's truth and what's not truth.
You know, I never knew what was real until the government told me.
1984 was meant to be a warning, not like a guidebook, but here we are.
Yeah, you know, I still haven't read the book, and
it's good. It's genuinely good.
I really do want to read it because I think I've read. Is he the same guy that wrote Fahrenheit 451?
No, he's the guy who wrote Animal Farm.
Yeah.
Oh, Animal Farm. That's the other one. I actually have that book, but I haven't read it.
That one's good as well.
Yeah. Fuck, I have to get around to reading those.
And
I really like that one. That was one that I like. My school had both of those books as required reading.
I'm
really glad they did.
Animal Farm's a lot shorter, a lot easier, and a lot more digestible. But
it is. That was actually the one we had to read over the summer, and I rarely was happy about reading a book over the summer, but that one I like started reading and was really enjoying it. Like it's genuinely a good read.
I want to check that out. Animal Farm and 1984.
Yeah, both very good. Both very good.
I'm gonna check that out.
He's gonna eat more crunch.
Catalina Crunch.
Man, I have friends.
Catalina Crunch.
Dude, you know what sounds so fucking good is like some chips and salsa right now.
You know what's better than chips and salsa?
Salsa and chips.
Chips and salsa. Salsa and chips.
What's better than chips and salsa?
Bizarre Max and Ruby references, apparently. I didn't actually have an answer, but then you said that, and it made me think of Max and Ruby, and I did the song. Ruby and her little brother Max. Okay, maybe it's because I'm like a youngest sibling, but I always felt really bad for Max when watching the show as a kid.
Isn't the plot of like most of the episodes like him just getting in trouble for shit he didn't do?
Well, he genuinely does do shit, but it's because like he's always acting out because no one's fucking paying any attention to him. Like he'll try to get Ruby's attention, and she's like, "Not now, Max," and then he like goes and puts dirt in his asshole or something because no one's watching him. It's like, of course he's rubbing dirt in his asshole. No one's watching. He just wants the attention, man. But I always just felt kind of bad for him because every time they make like a clear, like they make it clear that he's like trying to get someone's attention or something at the beginning of the episode. So you kind of as like you could see yourself doing that as a kid, maybe like not rubbing dirt in your asshole, obviously, but like
yeah, obviously. I mean, I would never.
You would put it in your mouth. You would put it in
yeah,
your mouth
I mean, of course.
I mean, yeah, like not my asshole. Like, come on. That's crazy. So what do we got here? We got a clown. Wait, where's his clown nose?
He looks just
What do you
like
mean, right up here?
Oh, okay, it didn't close, so I thought it was just a regular human nose.
No, that could be. I just kind of left it open, so I don't know. That looked like a clown nose to me.
It's fine. I don't really mind.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I forgot he was a nudist. I thought you were giving him like a big wrestling belt. Holy shit! Wait, you should just make it one rectangle, I think.
That's one fat pissing hog.
You mean just
'Cause
going
you've
straight
got, like,
down?
Yeah, just going straight down I think would be more effective. Yeah!
Fuck.
There it fucking is.
Fucking heinous. I'm gonna get banned off of you. I'm gonna get banned off of everything.
Nah, you're fine. They've drawn worse than this on like Oni's drawing show.
My favorite drawing that he ever did was when he when he drew.
He drawed.
When he drew. When he drawed.
When he drinks.
Neo, what is his name? Cortex and Tigger together.
Wait, I think are they like passionately making out in this drawing?
No, like they draw. I forget what they're trying to draw. They're trying to draw like something racist or something like that, and like Crash Bandicoot related. And he just draws Cortex with the giant N on his forehead, and then he draws Tigger right next to him.
Oh no! It took a second. I was like, wait, what's the connection? Oh no!
Oh man.
The funniest thing.
So here we have nudist clown. He's our wet natural type.
He's
I relate
fucking
to this
beautiful.
I relate to this guy. I want to be his friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I want to fucking, not because I'm gay or anything like that.
I don't know. He looks pretty fucking unhinged to me.
Weren't you going for like kind of a more approachable dude?
Initially, but then I drew this.
Well, it's not really what happened, you see.
It's not what I intended. It's what came out.
There are two very different things, intent and execution. Here, they might not necessarily align, but what we got was worth it.
So let's go back over the clowns for the day, but I think I'm gonna call that a stream.
It's a good one to end on.
So we're starting off with Driven Clown.
Driven Clown is fucking great. I like him a lot.
Fucking kicks ass.
It's just that goofy little car picture on the back of him.
He kicks ass and
for
farts gas.
For context, Kurt, he's like a car man. He's got
Okay.
like those are wheels on his shoulders and legs, and he's got like an exhaust pipe coming out of his ass, and he's got the wheel in his hands, and he's got like headlight glare coming out of his glasses, and he just transforms into a car.
Then we got Spoon and Scoop Clown.
Spoon and Scoop. The mustache really does add a lot to him.
Yeah. So it's like more of a pun name we could come up with for this.
There probably is. I said, what did I say?
I did.
Flam bourgeoisie or flam Bolshevik?
Flam Bolshevik, that was it.
Flam Bolshevik, yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Skupinski.
Skupinski.
Scoop. I'll come up.
That sounds more.
Philadelphia.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Philadelphia.
Pummel.
Made me think of that.
Pummel puss. I like anything.
Pummel puss.
I like anything where I get the opportunity to just troll them weak and emaciated.
It's really fun.
It's funny.
It's so funny.
Because it makes them look horrifying and unnatural.
Just the starved zombie man of a clown.
Like being a clown has been nothing but a detriment on their life.
I mean, I can't think of many where they. This is a good drawing to illustrate my point. I was gonna say I can't think of many where they come out of it better than just being like a regular guy. Oh my god.
Oh, this fucking dead.
Fucking shit, man. I cannot put into words how much I love this clown. It's so funny. And then of course, we didn't put his name on here.
Yeah.
He's just nudist clown.
Yeah, nudist clown.
He looks like Senor Pelo.
Kind
Oh
of.
my
He
God.
kind of does.
He's got the hair. Nudist clown.
There we go.
This is fucking great.
Not a lot, but there's some good ones.
Yeah, this was a solid clown stream. We got like it wasn't very much quantity wise, but quality wise, I think we really we had a good stream.
I'd say some straight A's across the board.
I really like a lot of these. Yeah, it was a very fun time, and there's some very fun designs.
I like this. I like Mr. Nudist Clown.
I like Mr. Nudist Clown.
I like
He comes up to you, just starts talking to you about grilling.
Yeah, oh my
Grilling.
God. Yeah, so I season it with lemon pepper.
Yeah. Do you like it? It's not too like out there.
How big do you want your sausage?
Like he can change the size of it.
he's like making the sausage right there.
Yeah, he's actually grinding up the meat.
Oh my God.
How big you want your sausage? I like this character.
All right, thank you everyone. That was a beautiful stream. I
had a great time.
Had a great time. You fucking rehearsed my lines.
No, I was just saying that myself. I forgot you tend to say that.
I'm falling too much into a groove. I gotta start thinking on my feet.
You gotta start calling the audience fuckers or something at the end, just to really
Or some sort of F word I can come up with. I'll figure it out.
We'll start brainstorming new F words.
Yeah.
God.
So thank you everyone for joining my stream tonight. It was a fantastic time. We came up with some great clowns. It's
I
always
beat a little bit.
the Clown World streams are some of my favorite.
They really are just a great time to like let loose kind of creatively and come up with some crazy bullshit.
Yeah. Because you just get to be irreverent with clowns.
Yeah, clowns, they're like
They could just
you
be
don't necessarily
anything.
have to worry about making something cool. Sometimes it comes out of it, but it's just about making a fucking weird.
It's about
creature,
making an
honestly.
effort.
They're barely even. It's about making an effort.
So going
They're
back
not
to
even really like human. Like they just come out looking like a thing.
they're just their own creatures.
I may perhaps have hinted at a little plot element there for anyone interested. But more on that later.
I just like the idea of a guy wheeling around this fucking dead frozen clown.
Oh, you should have put him on like a hand truck.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, you gonna add the wheels under him and just like the big things coming out the back. No,
No.
it's gotta be two big wheels in the back, and like they tip him up and they wheel him.
No,
around.
no, it's not even that. He's just on like a thing with wheels.
They just like they drilled wheels into the fucking ice block.
No, it's like hold on. It's on like almost like those fucking things from school that you would ride on. It's just like something like that
Oh,
that they could sit
Those
the
fucking ass scooters.
the fucking school ass scooters that everyone would get injured on.
Grace didn't have those at her school.
Well, that's because she's from. You know what? I'm like, I'm not gonna dox her unless have we mentioned where she's from before?
I don't think we have.
I'll,
Let's avoid it just to be safe. She's from a place called Shit World.
Yeah, she's from a place where they wouldn't have butt scooters. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We'll see you around tomorrow where I'll be playing One Shot. Where I'll be playing One Shit. Where I'll be made fun of on Twitch for playing One Shot for some reason.
Guy will call us gay furries the whole time and tell us to play Among Us VR.
Yeah, he wouldn't stop going off about Among Us VR.
He was saying Among Us specifically too every time. It was great. Oh, fucking Among Us guy.
I felt like Norm Macdonald when he got heckled by that one guy in the crowd. He's like, okay, so let me get it straight here. You know me, and you came into my show, and you don't like it. So it's like, I'm advertising this as One Shot, and you came into my stream, and you're telling me to play Among Us VR.
Yeah, you don't like the One Shot. You don't want One Shot, but you came to the One Shot stream.
Right?
Tell me more.
Oh.
I'm interested.
Thank you all for joining me tonight. This is like the 5th time I've said that. I'll see you around tomorrow for One Shot, where maybe we'll finish it. I'm not sure how long it is.
Grace was saying it might be more like 3 streams, but we shall find out. After seeing like last time we played, I'd also say probably more like 3.
I felt like I was halfway through, but I don't know. Maybe the last portion. I'm at least on to like the third part of it, I think. But maybe that last portion's longer than the other 2.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. All right, see you around, everyone. Thank you for joining my streams. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.
All right, everybody, floss your seatbelts, wear your dental floss, put your hand sideways, rub it in your pocket.
Always wash behind your ears.
Always put your seatbelt on your hand soap and wash those hands.